Hello YouTube, it is I, Banded Wendy, on Saturday, October 1st, 2011. Where does the time go? This is my weekly update. Week 131 post-op with my trusty lap band. Week 63 maintenance. 132 weeks ago, I started the pre-op liquid diet, made my first YouTube video, and I've never missed a week since then. Some weeks are harder to get the video up than others, but it is definitely key to me on this journey to stay focused, stay motivated, stay inspired, but most importantly, stay accountable for what I got going on. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to have a place to make these videos and put them. Back then, I weighed 244.6 pounds. Many of you ask, how tall am I? I am 5 feet 10 inches tall. I'm 37 years old. And my goal weight, my BMI at that time actually was 35. I'm a cash pay patient. I had no comorbidities and my insurance did not approve my surgery. Thus, I got a loan and I'm a cash pay. Still paying on that loan. It was $15,000 and I owe $5,000, just under $5,000. My goal was to lose 99 pounds. And I looked at the Allergan paperwork and it was guaranteed that you would lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. So I figured 52 weeks, 52 pounds, worst case scenario. 52 weeks, 104 pounds, best case scenario. So being a slow loser, in my book, averaging per week 1.4 to 1.5 pounds. I had greater weeks, I had less weeks. I think I had something like 11 or 16 weeks with either a gain or no change. So 68 weeks into my journey with the lap band, I hit my first goal, which was my only goal at the time, 145.6 pounds. And that put me 30 some odd pounds into a healthy BMI. I think the BMI was 21 or 20.7, something like that. I lived at that goal weight almost a year, and that goal was met July 15th, 2010. About a year later, before that goal-versary, I decided to go a little bit further to get the bounce room. So my new goal that I met in August of this year, 2011, was 138 pounds. And that created my lifetime range for maintenance, which is 138 to 148 pounds. And this week I'm in that range, and I love the range. I love the bounce. I'm so happy I got there. And I'm not at the lowest end of that range, and I'm okay with that. And I'm not at the highest end of that range, and I'm okay with that. So it's a good thing to create the bounce. So week 131 post-op, week 63. Tight band, I got an unfill, which I made some videos last week and talked about that. So I'm just going to kind of do a week in review for myself. My band was at 6.05. It is not the highest or tightest fill level I've had in my band. Back in March of this year, I had something stuck, and so I had the fluid taken out, fluid put back in, and I didn't go back up. I think it was at 6.55 was my highest. So 6.05, and then I had the unfill because I really couldn't eat. I was having trouble drinking, so if you can't eat and you're having trouble drinking, see your doctor. I mean, within 3-4 days, I was on the phone with them, and within 8 days, they were getting an unfill. I've seen some things on YouTube. I've read some things on Facebook. People are living for months, people, with bands at 9 cc's, and they can't do anything but, drink drinks. or bands for a year that were causing them pain and an inability to eat. That's not how the lap band works. So please, trust me, trust yourself. Don't sit and wait. You're better off to have the band loosened, even for a short time, than to be in that pain. You're causing damage to yourself and to your band. And I've seen people remove the band and go to a different surgery because of it. So pay attention to that. So I got that unfilled to 5.05 cc's. That was last Tuesday. I traveled Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No tightness in the plane that I was noticing at all going to my destination. On the way back, as we were ascending into the air, I could feel the band getting tighter. Interesting. It was also at the end of the day going second part of the travel versus the very early morning first part of the travel. And what I noticed possibly about that is I was pretty much more empty in the morning traveling than in the evening where I had eaten all day. So just kind of food for thought that I'm sharing. My travel was good. You know, let's talk about food. I'm eating in maintenance mode, 1,200 to 1,600 calories a day, 85 grams to 140 grams of protein a day. I went to a Whole Foods multiple times and drank my water and my tea mistos and had my Greek yogurt, my staples basically, my Greek yogurt, granola, hard-boiled eggs, nuts, beef jerky, peeled, deveined cooked shrimp, cold, peanut butter with apples, soup, the Ciappino soup, the Italian fish soup, high protein, lentil soup, not bad protein, beef stew. It was the only thing I could find in the airport. But food was good, you know. I'm always going to be tempted by chocolate and peanut butter and sugar and fat. And I'm okay with that, you know. It's manageable. Water, easily hit 84.5 ounces a day. I average probably about 101 to 135 ounces a day. I can go up easily, you know, without too much effort to 152 ounces a day. If I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking hot tea. And that's pretty much it. Milk, sometimes, non-fat milk. But I see also a lot of people asking, how do you do the water? I've made a video about water. You know, you just gotta put water in front of you. I got water in front of me right now. There's always, and I find it in my car, I leave the top off, the lid off. I just drink water. I always have a bottle of water in my reach. I get thirsty, I grab it. If you're hungry, oftentimes you're dehydrated. So I highly encourage you to drink your water. Exercise, something I love. I've talked about working on my lifestyle, fitness. Last week I actually took 2 rest days. The first day was harder to take than the second day. And managed to get in plenty of exercise, running as I trained for Gladiator Rock and Run that I did today, which is a ton of fun. Training my coworker, getting paid at work to run and train someone on his lunch break, pretty cool. So I got in a couple miles a few times a week that way. Cross training in the hotel, I went swimming. I love to swim, great workout, nice on the body. And I also got in a nice long run while I was in Seattle. So, you know, making the exercise happen. I did not get my strength training done. I actually used free weights, but I also use a band that I put in the door. And I broke it. It was a medium band. I didn't know what kind of band it was until I went to replace it. So the barrier to my strength training last week was that my band was broken. I didn't have a new one. Remove the barrier, so I got a new band. And instead of having a maroon band, which is medium, now I have a heavy band, which is red. So I'm excited about the week ahead to get back into my strength training because I've missed it. And I was talking to a friend, you know, you stop doing it, it goes away. So not going to stop doing it. So I'll get back on track with that. Hope to come back and tell you I have. Vitamins, doing it, you know. Vitamins are key, and I do it. Non-scale victories over my travels. I saw people that I had not seen since October of 2010, and also February of 2011. And I got many compliments about how great I look, my size, how fit I look. People ask, what are you doing? People saying, I wish you had your legs. You know, friends asking, I wish I could be, you know, how do I get motivated? You know, maybe you're inspiring me. I want to do what you're doing, you know. So that's great, you know. I'm glad I can touch other people like that, and it's nice to hear, you know, in our daily life we see the same people all the time, or at least I do. So it's nice to see people infrequently, but frequently at the same time, and they comment on your changes of your body. My band, I talked about the unfill, the travel, it's good. I'm hungry more frequently at 5.05 cc's versus 6.05 cc's. I can consume different foods at this level also. I can consume spinach, which I love, but haven't eaten in a year and a half or more, maybe 2 years. Hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, omelet, much easier for me to eat. Tuna, much easier for me to eat. Apples with skin. Like if I had a chocolate-covered caramel apple, which I do enjoy every so often, at the old fill level, easy. But my lap band surgeon requires that I stay away from fruits with skin on them. And at the 6.05 cc's, I pretty much had to if it wasn't covered in chocolate. But I tested it, and I could eat an apple with peanut butter melted and on it easily. I love Fuji apples, and I miss not being able to eat them. So those are some nice foods I get to eat with this new fill level. My portions are a bit bigger. That's okay. 0 PBs. 0 PBs. So there's a few lap banders out there I know that have never PB'd. And I just thought that was insane. They must chew really well. It has everything to do with the fill level. Okay, well maybe not everything. It has a lot to do with that fill level for me. So that's week 131 post-op, 63 maintenance. You know, talking to a friend today, the reasons I was obese before: bad food choices, not enough exercise or none at all, and really not putting myself as a priority, right? Well, guess what? Those are the same keys to this journey now. Losing the weight, maintaining the weight, food choices. I win some, I lose some. You know, some weeks I win a lot more than I lose. And then there's that borderline of, is it losing to say I'm going to eat a cookie? You know? Is it winning to say I'm not going to have that cookie? Still focus for me. Still conversations I have to have in my head at 2.5 years post-op. Exercise, it's my lifestyle. It's easy for me. I do enjoy it. I feel physical effects of it. Not only the way my body shapes and the way I look, but I feel the tiredness. I feel the soreness. I feel myself changing and growing and developing, and I feel the way I push, you know. I can feel my body. It's alive. And myself being the #1 priority. It matters, people. It really matters. So those are things for yourself, Wendy, to never lose sight of. When you're not successful and when you are successful, Wendy, it's because of those 3 things. Your food choices and those mental conversations, winning more than losing, and making a choice between what's winning and what's losing. Sticking with the exercise, lifestyle, fitness, at a minimum 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week, i.e. 210 minutes of lifestyle fitness a week. You better make it rain, Wendy. And putting myself as a priority, Wendy. Nothing else matters before me. So that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with week 132 soon. Take care. Have a good one. Happy October. My husband went and bought candy. A whole jack-o'-lantern full of candy. Oh, I've had nothing out of that. He, on the other hand, what are you doing about holiday candy? Be careful. Be careful. Again, win or lose choice. Win or lose choice. Holidays, October, November, December. Make or break for some of us. Bye.